n'obodo. O wee gwa anyị na ha pụta n'ụra fụ ka e mere announce na TVC na a ga-ekpola ndị ala majiri n'ala Igbo. So ndị be ha wee jụba ihe na-eme wee bọkasịba ihe na-eme. O wee bụrụ na otu ka ochi wee kọwa, o wee dịka enwere ka aka ndị atụrụ ọchịchị ndị nọ na National Assembly ndị obodo ahụ siri aka ha ji wee dị na ikpote ndị a. Obodo wee na-agba yara ndị obodo a wee na-esi ọnwụ na-asị na ụdị ihe a adịghị mma ka o mee. O wee bụrụzie na ha nọkwa n'ụra ofu mbọsị aga mụnye ofe ebe ọkụ, ebe nwa na-asị a ga-etinye ndị ala majiri amụnye ya ọkụ. Ka a mụchesịsị ihe ọkụ, ka a na-amụkwa ihe ọkụ na mkpọtụ niile ahụ e mere site na anyasị n'ụtụtụ, afụ ha amị ahụ polisi bịa chalenje ndị na-agba ihe ọkụ. O ruzie n'ụtụtụ ebidozie ụmụ okorobịa nọ n'obodo ahụ na be ha onye abịa eme ya arrest. Onye abịara eme ya arrest na-emezi ụmụ okorobịa nọ na ya bụ ihe ha anyị na-ekwusị na ụmụ ihe ndị a na-eme na otu ka esi wee ruo n'ọlụ ihe mee n'ọlụ mewecha ụmụ okorobịa nọ na ọlụ arrest. Ọlụ kịta agbalụ ọsọ isi ihe dịka ọlụ town na-agbago ihe ala. Ohi eruchiene oge m dị young, m na-aga secondary school far back as 1980 to 1990. Ebe ahụ emepechana, in fact as 2 years ago ebe ahụ na-ekwo ekwo, enwere ụdị ihe na-aga afụ n'iro ahụ. Ohi eruchie n'iro niile ahụ niile n'ebe ahụ agbalụ ọsọ. Ndị na-achọ ha abụdị ma ọ bụ ndị unknown gọọmenti nọ ndị amị eme ha atakụ n'ụzọ, ha ga-agbawa obodo ahụ ọkụ jikọwa ụmụ okorobịa and onye jide ada alọta. Unu ruo na popular eko ụtụtụ, onye ọbụla bụ onye ọlụ ndị Nnewi South ga-ama ahịa na-akpọ ahịa eko ụtụtụ. Ahịa eko ụtụtụ bụ ahịa dịbara gboo bifo amụọ ma nna nna ha. Ahịa eko ụtụtụ tata ada azụzi ya azụ. Eko ụtụtụ kwụ n'ọfịa, oruchigo n'ọfịa, ebe ahụ ka ndị amị bizi na eko ụtụtụ ada azụzụ ahịa na eko ụtụtụ. Gịnị mere na egburu mmadụ nweta isi mmadụ na eko ụtụtụ, ndị amị wee gbaa eko ụtụtụ ọkụ wee chụsịa ndị na-azụ ahịa. Now ajụjụ m na-ajụ bụ a na-emezi egbuo mmadụ, amị atụtụsịwazi obodo ekpochi maka ha kpọtazie ha ebe ahụ n'ụdị aṅa. Anyị wee na-afụ na ihe a aka mere ya na plan bụ na ewere unknown gọọmenti na-asị dịka ụgbọ wụkpata na East ha mezie ihe maka ọha nwa bụ ndị ha asị ha na ndị amị na-arụkọ. Ọha nwa bụ ndị a ga-eme ebe na ndị amị ma ha maka dịka asị dịka ụbọchị wee kwuo ndị amị ma ha maka ọ sị na ha na ndị amị na-arụkọ. So ndị amị ga-amanụ ndị nwe ndị ọrụ ya. Ọha ka a ga-eme ha bụrụ na ngwa ọrụ ha ji arụ ọrụ na-agafe n'ụzọ, ndị amị ama nkwụsị ha. Maka na ịbịala anya na ndị yutu anyị egwu adịghị ekwede ha pụta n'iro ya foje nke ibudori egbe akpagharị. Sọsọ ndị nwere ikikere ibu egbe kpagharị awụ ndị ahụ ha na ndị amị ndị federal gọọmenti kpọbatara ha na ndị amị na-arụkọ. So nchọpụta anyị ugbu a bụ ha dụnye ndị ahụ ga mee crime ka e were si n'obodo ha wee gbabazi obodo ọkụ tụsụwa ụmụ okorobịa anyị ka ha wee nwee ike ọ na-aga na line bute ezigbote aghụghọ dịka anyị si wee chọpụta n'ihe megede. Ha emechaa na nke ọlụ banye na Aba ewetụga press conference ahụ anyị pụta jụọ ha ajụjụ si ha gịnị ka a ga-esi kpọtazi ụlọ si sekuriti anyị na-afụkwa ha tupu na-abịa anọ. Nwere ihe na-eme na East before ndị amị abịa nọ a na-enwe sitatum ha wee bịa ka ha kwụsị sitatum. Ozugbo ha bịaziri crime si n'elu si n'ala na-amastasị ebe ọ nọzi gbazi anyagharị bụ na ndị amị enwebeghị mbọsị asị apụtara n'ọgbọ ha na ndị mmadụ agba egbe anyị ahụ ozu mma anụgide ụda egbe nụcha ahụzi apụta n'otu hụ ozu ndị ha gbagburu ahụ ha hapụọ ihu ha nwe ebe ha si. O meghabeghị kama nnọọ anyị na-anụ na emere ha atak na-agbagburu ha. Ọzọ anyị ga-anụzi iwu vileji nọzi n'akụkụ ebe ahụ ndị a na-eburuzie budoza buru amodka buru double barrel gbawazi obodo wee chụsụsịwazi ọsọ ọta maka enwere onye chọrọ ịnwụnụ. So mgbe anyị bịa chọpụta na ihe ha na-emezi ntụde na nyocha maka anyị laa n'ụlọ nyocha ọfụma mgbe ha chọrọ ime nke a bụ anyị kwopụ ọsọ gwazie ha ngwa ha lawazie na ebe ọ bụ na ndị nwa na-akpọta ha bịa lụọ ọkazighị ike ha lawazie ọ dị ka kemgbe asị dị ha esewela okwu asị jizi wepụta na TV wee kwuo na ha were ya n'ọrụ ha pụtakwa kwuo na ha were asarị na anụkwa ihe gọọmenti na paụtụ na-ekwu asarị isi na ha nyere ya ọrụ ha sị ha nye ha asarị ọrụ ha eme ya arrest mebi ha na ha akwụzi asarị ụgwọ asarị werezi egbe na-eme ha atak ka ha wee kpuchie ihe ha na-eme ka asịkwa na-enwe onye a na-eme ha jidezie plan agha saala anyị wee kwuo ya n'ihu komkom ngwa ụlọ labazie na ndị akarago unu ike ka anyị mara nke anyị na because anyị na-alụzi ọgụ na two fronts. So mgbe anyị nụkwa nke mba anọ anyị ahụ na ha emechaa na nke ọlụ mikpuo na mba anọ chitezie na ndị nọ na haus maybe na ha bụgo na ihe gbasara nke amị na asịrị bụ na ndị Igbo emepugo ịmụ okwu na-apụtazi ha chọzie ka ekpurozie ndị ala ma jiri gbuzi ndị Awụsa kpụbasị ebe ahụ. So ndị obodo ka ha na-emekwa ihe a ka ndị obodo kwuo okwu ha agakwa agbakwa ebe ahụ ọkụ bidozie mara ma amị jụ n'ebe ahụ ndị na-aga agba ihe ọkara kwesịrị ịfụnanya ka eji ihe ha ji nọdụ ebe ahụ na kedu ka ndị amị na ndị polisi ga-eji nọdụ aga ịgba ihe ahụ ọkụ obere ihe gbakwuo oge ụlọ sinetọ ọkụ ebee ka ha nọzi ha nwebụzi ndị nche ebee ka ha nọzi o ruzie ka a gbachaziri ihe niile n'ọkụ ha rụcha ọrụ ha n'anyasị chifozie ikekwe nwe nwa okorobịa mebie taa m mụrụ nwa hụ na m bụ onye mba nnọ ikekwe nwa mgba na echichi Legọs la aga buru nwa m onye Igbo onye ọbụla nọkwa ebe ọ na ma ndị n'obodo Igbo ma ndị na-ebe ha nọ na-aṅụrị nobody is safe maybe ha mecha ihe a na-eme ụlọ blọk zi ya anya amala nwụzi egbu anyị ka eji egbu ya 1966. So onye ọbụla lite mepee anya mụrụ anya maka na mgbe e gburu ndị Igbo na 1966 ihe ahụ nkata akpara for years dịka ezi opportunity dịka eketoga na-akpa nkata maka ndị Igbo ewezi opportunity IPOB achịkwa IPOB asị ha mebatazie continue ebe ha kwụsị na 1966. The program have not stopped. I stand to be corrected. Ka ndị Igbo nwere maka ndị na-agbakasị onye nọ n'ebe ị na-eme nọ IPOB ka m jikere ndị be anyị na-ekwu these boys nwa onye ewu these boys ahụ ọnwa m ọpụtaka na ụmụnna ahụ bụ these boys ka anyị gwa onwe anyị eziokwu 90% of ndị Igbo IPOB attacks. We might not come out to protest maka ihe these people na-ekwu ọ wee eziokwu enwe ọtụtụ ihe Nnamdi kwuru mana enwere leadership gap n'ala Igbo mezie ụmụaka ji wụbatazie ịma na asị na afọ ka emere eme ka afọ when the desirable is not available the available becomes what desirable. Mgbe ndị Igbo na-ele anya ka ndị na-achị ha ndị isi ha pụta na-eme ofu ihe na-ekwu ụfọdụ ihe ha ekweghị ụmụ okorobịa pụtazie esoro ha otu ahụ. So mgbe ha bịazi fụ na ndị na-achị obodo ma ndị politicians ma ndị eze kwuzi okwu ewere ịtalị pịakpuo ha ọhịa na-ege nke ndị IPOB out of desperation ndị agakpoo ndị iro kpọbata chefuo na onye kpọbatara ndị iro onye iro na bie adịghị safe. Onye na nwanne ya na-alụ ọgụ ya ga-akpọta onye iro ka ọ bịa gbuo ọgụ ebupụ nwanne ya egbuo bikọs unu na-abụbụ ndị iro. Cheta na akụkọ Afọnja na Kwara ya na ndị Fulani Igbo je Kwara today. Afọnja chọrọ iwu eze ga-akpọta ndị Fulani so ya lụcha ọgụ gbuo eze gbuzie Afọnja were eze onye na-eme n'ala Igbo. Nna anyị ukwu Hope Uzodimma chọrọ iwu eze sọmụnwe eze ga-akwụ ọtọ maka ọ pụtara na TV na-ekwu nke onye kwuru ọ sị ọ bụrụ na ọsọsọ mmadụ labụ chọrọ Imo steeti achịba ha nla ahụ onye ọbụla nọ na ya nke ndị ọ ga-ejizi egbe eme achụba nla ahụ ndị Imo steeti onye ji akpọtazie ndị iro ha bịanye ha aka gbue nya ma lụkwa ama na egbu ọ sokwewuru onye iro. Chetakwa na akụkọ Adaka boro Sunday Nigeria lụso Eastern ọgụ o buru ụzọ nwụọ ndị Igbo ka nọkwa mana ọ nọghị ndụ alụcha ya o jisi wee kwere masị dịka ụbọ ọ sị nna ya aha ya wee dị abalị ya na-egbu ndị Igbo ga-enyere ha aka alụ ọgụ mgbe a ga-awakpo ha ewere ya gbuchaa ndị Igbo nke ha wee ofe ntufu maka confusion n'obodo na South karịrị nke ndị Igbo.
Madam Pinto o nwere ọtụtụ ihe ịpala ya bụ ụkwa jaa ya bụ eze mana ka lego anya na ka o si wee metụta ị ga-asị n'uche nke gị uche onye dị njọ ị ga-asị n'uche nke gị maka ọtụtụ ndị nwere ihe metụtara aka metụtara mụ ị na-ekwusị kedu ndị bụ IPOB anụnwa. Ọ bụkwa ụfọdụ ndị na-asị na ndị ụfọdụ ndị na-eji eyiri awụrụ atụrụ banye na awụrụ ndị ya anụnwa, mana ị ga-asị n'uche nke gị na ọ bụrụ na emewe ngagharị iwe ọ kachasị na steeti Imo iji maa atụ, onye ịkpara aka n'ọnụ ụbọchị anyị nwere n'nso nkwa anyị jụọ ya maka ngagharị iwe, ọ sị na ihe abụkwa n'ihe dị ha n'obi kemgbe, mana ọ bụ ebee ka a ga-eme ya ma mere dị mma iji eme ụtarị, mana ọ bụ ebee ka a ga-ejide aka. Ọ dịghị gị na ọ bụ na ndị Igbo maọbụ ndị Imo maọbụ ndị Anambra ga-ekepụta mmadụ ga-anwụ mmadụ ga-adị ma sị na ya achọzighị nda, anyị chọrọ nda, anyị achọghị gị nda, n'agbanyeghị na nwere ike igbuo na nke a nwere ike ime ọ bụrụ na orubeghị gọọmenti etiti ntị o ruo ha ntị. Nke abụọ bụ ọ dịghị ka n'akụkụ nke ọzọ sị na ya bụ enweghị ezi nchekwa dịtụka ọ dịzighị ka ọ dị mbụ dịka ndị nta akụkọ si ekwu. Ọ dịghị ka ihe a bụ ụjọ mere ndị mmadụ ji wee gbafusie na be ha mere ịpụta ebe ahụ ọ dere jụụ, n'ihi na ọ bụrụ na ndị mmadụ ka nọkwa ebe ahụ a ga-aga na-egbu mmadụ.
Ihe mere na bụ na ọ bụghị ya, maka na nkata akpa achụsịa obodo a abanye n'obodo ọzọ dịka m ji wee kwuo, achụsịa achọla ọlụ ọhịa na-erucha ebe ahụ chọọsụ ma uhu, mana oge ha na-achụ ihe a enweghị onye na-ekwu okwu, enwe onye ma ihe na-eme, mana kịta amatazi ihe na-eme ha ajụọla oyi ọwụhụ maka na obodo ego juden. Nke ọzọ ịjụrụ maka ngagharị iwe, my brother, the worst battle any man can fight is internal battle. You can't win it. Ọgụ ime ụlọ adịghị enweghị onye na-emeri. Gwakene m ụmụnne maybe ha dị asaa, nna ha kpakọọ akụ na ụba, ọgụ subiri ha ga-akpọta ụmụnna bịa kpe ikpe tụọ ihu ana nga ekpegide ikpe ya bie ebie. Ịghọtago? Maka na agha na-alụ bụ ndị kwesịrị ịnọ chedo ihe echedo na-alụ ya bụ agha. Ngwa kịta now isi ka ị gawa ngagharị iwe n'Imo steeti nke anyị fụrụ ọtụtụ, onye isi ala bụ nwanne anyị nwoke anyị debere ka ọ chekwawa Imo steeti gazie were ndị DSS ikekwe bụ ndị ugwu na ndị amị were egbe che gị, onye ga-ekwukwe n'okwu? Federal gọọmenti ọ ga-ekwu okwu? Onye ga-elidizi ndị Imo steeti to do protest? Maka agbajigo gị aka maka na onye isi gị dị onye kwesịrị ibudo agha tụgharịziri gbawa gị egbe. Ọ confusion na oke n'ọhịa ngwuri n'ụzọ. Ndị Igbo ejuru ụjọ mara ndị Igbo kachasị ndị Imo steeti ga-aba ọkachasị ọlụba anyị ọlụ abụdo ebe a na-aga enyi ha onye na-eme ihe ọkwa onye ọlụ ebe ka ị ga-echibido nlụbanya bụ ọgụ. So ọwụ internal war ebe o ji na-agbawa obi na-agba anya mmiri na anya nọ n'ụlọ. Ọ bụrụ na anyị elite ha wee gbochie nke nọ n'ụlọ wee chee nke nọ n'ihu, ya bụ agha ga-enye ezigbote nsogbu. Anyị ya ka o ji dị mma ka akwado ụmụ nwaanyị na ụmụ nwoke alụgo agha emerigo ụmụ nwoke n'agha. A na-emeri ụmụ nwaanyị n'agha maka na nwaanyị ọbụla ga-akwado ịnwụ maka nwa ya. Nwoke ga-ama fensị pụọ ga lụrụ nwaanyị ọzọ ọgụsie ike, nwoke ama fensị, mana nwaanyị ga-eke ndụ ya etu isi ndụ ya dị na nwa ya mụrụ adọhụ. Maka na enweghị nwaanyị etu a m nọkịta na ihe ahụ 50 years mmadụ m na-ele na mmadụ bụ egbe ala be m mma na m a ga-eso gba m trutru di m ga-asị ọba na uru na ya gakwasoro nwoke ya chọọ wee, mana mwa ga-asị ọba uru na m dị ndụ ụmụ ma nwụsịa ka m gachedo ha. That's the spirit of women, and that is why ọ ga-elugidere ụmụ nwaanyị elite. Forget it, they will win that war. Anyị chọrọ nkwado.
N'afọ 1929 aba women riot, aga m echeta n'ihe mere n'ụbọchị onye ahụ. Akụkọ ka m nụrụ maka na amụbeghị m, nne m amụbeghị ya n'oge ahụ, mana dịka esi kọrọ anyị n'akụkọ, ụmụ nwaanyị kulitere sị na ozugbo enough is enough. Ha hụkwara isi ya. Ọ bụrụ na ile anya na ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo, ọkwanụ gịnị ọtụtụ ihe kpatara ihe a bụ na eji Mazi Nnamdi Kanu eji ihe ejikwana itinye iwu onye nọrọ n'ụlọ kwa ụbọchị Mọnde bụ ka mara ma ọchịchị etiti ga-aṅa ntị tụwapụ ya bụ nwa amadi n'ihi na aka ya dị ọcha. ọ bụrụ na ile anya ụfọdụ ndị gọvanọ nwere n'ala Igbo apụtala anya ụbọchị Mọnde ma ịpụta ga ahịa a ga-emekwe shọpụ gị nke a mee shọpụ gị nke ọzọ mana lọlọ Nneka Chimezie ka m jụọ Uche onye adịghị ya kedu ụzọ iche kacha mma ugbu a ụmụafọ Igbo kwesịrị iso maka na ile anya anyị nwetara ozi n'abalị ole na ole gara aga na DSS achọghị ma ndị dọkịta ma ikwu na ibe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bịa hụ ya onye lọya ya nọ na-eti ya bụ mkpu kedu ụzọ iche kacha mma ugbu a n'ihi na anya na-atụlele ọtụtụ ihe iji were hụ na atọhapụrụ ya bụ nwa amadi n'ọdọ DSS mana enweghị nke na-amịta mkpụrụ ọbụla kedu ụzọ iche ndị Igbo kwesịrị iji so ihe gbasara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ugbu a ma hụ na atọhapụrụ ya na DSS
enwedị ihe ndị Igbo ga-ebe n'akwakwuo n'okwu a ga-eji tọhapụ Nnamdi Kanu eji Nnamdi Kanu enwe ihe eji ojide Nnamdi Kanu and part of ihe awụ ihe a na-eme n'ala Igbo achọghị ịnara anya ala Igbo and aka ndị ọcha dị na ya gịnị nwanụ British High Commission yesterday kpakọlụ Peter and ụmụ nwaanyị Igbo na assembly anyị ga-asa ya okwu ahụ okwu anyị ga-edere ya akwụkwọ saa ya Peter Obi si na ndị gburu gịnị nwanụ Star Times n'Imo State
ndị gburu Super Sport TV
yes no non-state actors nwaanyị efepụta correct wise no na-akwado ndị ori Peter Obi we stand by that discouragement na nwaanyị a ọwụ na ọnụhụ mgbe afọ pụtara kwuo na federal government engage ya to guide South East kedu dị ka ndị ọ chọrọ guide South East asịrị bụ onye South East he is a non-state actor nwaanyị a so maka na egburu Super Sports ndị na-egbu n'Imo State ọ dị afịa ọ dị ekwu okwu Nnamdi Kanu eji ọfụ ya gwakene na ihe ndị Britain ihe niile ndị ha na-eme maka enyemaka ha mere ikwere cheta ndị South East gịnị ka anyị mere ha a na ha nọ n'agha n'Israel ugbu a ha na-atụpụga n'inyewe ndị na-alụ agha ọkụ mgbe eji agụ ugwu si anyị ebe ọkwa ha kwado kwa na-atụ bọmbụ ha nwa bụ Britain so Nnamdi Kanu eji ma aka ndị ọcha ya na ndị a na-enye nsogbu ahapụga dis agụrụ ha lite n'Africa ọ ga-enye ha nsogbu their own interest ya chọrọ ikpochapụ ya ekpochapụ scatter all over the world na ya ala Igbo because ejisi ka napaghala anyị ala Igbo anụnwa anyị enweghị ebe anyị ga-akwụ na-ekwu enweghị ebe anyị ga-akpọbe so Nnamdi Kanu ejiwo ka ndị Igbo ka na-ekwu so ihe ha na-eme n'ala Igbo asụnọ ndị be anyị na-eme ya n'iwe gwakene m the highest form of protest when you kwubara aka gị ọcha ka eji mgbe mmadụ nọ be a crime ka m na-agwa gị na okwu na ume ndị na-achị anyị achị bụ ndị ka na-create wrong impression ọ na ndị a na-achị anyị achị nwere ike ịgbado sọkpa na-eput pressure na ebe ndị be anyị chọrọ ịdị na-eme ngagharị iwe nọdụ n'ụlọ ka ha tọhapụ ha nwa amadi a mgbaka why not how we push for ihe ndị mere ha elect chọrọ rather na ihe ndị na-achị ndị their own masters chọrọ soludo nwe ọ na-enye nnu shop ị na-asị mepee shop gị ọ shop nwa gị nwa gị dewe ebe anyị mepere shop kemgbe bịa na Anambra steeti ọmamgba data market ọmamgba arụ ya ka ihe gbasara ya ebe ahụ na ndị mmadụ nwe their shops and the side na-enwe nwanne ha eji and they protect ihe kwesịrị ma ọkwa jere ọkwa kpọtara ndị a ka ha chụwa obodo ka eji ihe soludo ga-eme ọwụ ihe ndị be ha chọrọ ka ọ ga-eme onye ka ọ na-ekwu ọ gbasara ha na ya nni ada ekwe tax ya complete enweta asọ dị alata enwegba ha agbakwa ego ha na-elu uzu ka ha nweta ka ha ji ya na-eme ọkwe na aghọta so Nnamdi Kanu ihe enwebụ ndị Igbo ga-emewu ịkwụrụ continue agha Nnamdi na-alụ maka IPOB kwuru from beginning na ha chọrọ inweta nwere nwa agbaghị egbe and ha kwụna ya ebe a na-agbawa asarị dịka ụbọ ka federal gọọmenti ada ezo ya ezo kedu ihe ndị isi anyị niile ji menyụ ọkụ asarị dịka ụbọ enweghị enye ọbịa m ihu litere nọ jụọ why ma ndị niile mgbe ahụ emegesịta tom ndị na-ekwu okwu na ha ga-ebuga biznes ha South East mgbe ha nụziri na gịnị ka ha kwuru so agha anyị front and back onye na-arụ agha n'ime ụlọ na-aghọ nke ezi ọsọ ma Chukwu olitere tinye ya aka ka anyị rezonu ekolikwum in the honor of Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị continue ebe ọ kwụsị agbụzi anyị ncha ha bịa atọ anyị ncha nga Kolikum a bụ na Nnamdi so na enwere nkata akpara ka ndị Fulani bịa nara ya ala Igbo. Ọwụ na ọhụbịa na ya nọgide ka anyị ka na-eche. Ka anyị lite tiwe mkpụrụ ezoda Kolikum on security and development of Southeast in honor of Nnamdi Kanu. Na-eme every year. Ha jidezie ya. Maka ọ dị m ka nwa amadi a bụ Nnamdi fụ na ụmụnne ya afụghị ihe ọ na-ekwu kwado n'ụzọ na ị ga-esi akwado ngwụdo ebe ahụ ọ ga-ewere. Maka m agwagwu onwe m sị ụmụ m na ọ bụrụ na m nwụọ n'ihe a ha ma na m nwụọ maka ihe m kwenyere na ya. Nnamdi nwụọ maka ihe ọ kwenyere. In fact, ana m agwa ndị mmadụ Nnamdi is a freedom fighter. Unu ezi ya nsogbu. Mandela nọ 27 years ma nweta ihe ọ chọrọ. Anyị na-eti mkpu ha Nnamdi ọ dịka kama ka anyị bido maka na oge Mandela nọ ndị be ha nọrọ na-eti mkpu n'ụzọ dị iche iche. Ka anyị rezo a Kolikum in his honor. Chikweta ha continue agha ọ na-ebu site na ịkpa nkata maka security, ịkpa nkata maka idevelop anyị Igbo na ndị be anyị natanụ. Ọ na-adị m ka nwa amadi a nwụọ at least nwee ihe hiwere a ga-eji erutie. Ụlọ na-aghọta.
Oriakụ Chimezie, ọ bụrụ na ị na-anya ọtụtụ ndị n'agbanyeghị.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 4th day of November 2024. I hereby welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of emancipation, the gospel of genuine mental and physical liberation. Therefore, you will do yourself many goods by tuning on and joining us on this live interaction here on Radio Biafra House Service that is coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Here on Radio Biafra London, we don't mince words. We are never politically correct. We say it as it is because we are suffering from many diseases as a people. Therefore, we need to administer all those pills, all those medicines and drugs that is good enough in order to cure us of our diseases. It doesn't matter how bitter. It doesn't matter how pepperish the medicines are. We don't need to shy away from the reality. Because here, as it is said, that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Here we dispense the truth. Information is power. But whatever you do with the power, with the information, depends on you. You can never, be free, set free from the truth until you know it. And you cannot know it only upon hearing. No. You must also make researches, make investigations in order to know it. Because what prompts research is doubt. That is why here we don't preach belief, we preach knowledge. Knowledge is a product of doubt. When you doubt something, you start making researches for you to know. But once you believe, you have blocked that awareness or intelligence. You have blocked that your intelligence from making researches, which means you have concluded without proof. That is why this is our gathering point, started by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still in the enemy dungeon, in the Nigeria DSS dungeon. What is his crime? Preaching the gospel of reality. That we are in a problem. That Nigeria as a country is an artificial creation. That we are not one people. We should do what Singapore and Malaysia did, and today they are developed. That is why they started looking for his head. That is why he is in the Nigerian DSS dungeon. Today, many people are saying, reiterating what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. That is the sad, pathetic reality. I played the clip day before yesterday of the gentleman, the Olawumi, Professor Kunle Olawumi, the security experts, the former military intelligence high-ranking official. Do you know what it means? These are the people that has Nigeria's security in their hands. There are some secrets, that has Nigeria's secrets in their hands. There are some secrets they have to die with. You don't need to share it with anybody. But he has come around and warned the Nigerians, even to the extent repeating exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying, has been preaching, and still Nigerians do not react, because Nigerians has been intimidated into silence. For how long shall they kill all our prophets while we stand aside and look? That is the gospel of Bob Marley. Today, Nonsonkwa, who has been the voice of the voiceless, that voice has been shut down, and the people are quietly going around their businesses as if nothing happened. They are waiting for, is it ministers or politicians to fight for him? Whereas if he comes out, he's fighting for ordinary people. And it is the same ordinary people, the grassroots people, that should rise up, even in peaceful protest, in order to let their voice heard. But lo and behold, they are quiet. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS custody. We, the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, has been clamoring in any way all around the world for the world to understand our plight. That we are indigenous population that are in danger of extinction, that we are suffering. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. Today, he is still in the enemy dungeon, in the Nigeria DSS dungeon, for saying it as it is, for telling Nigerians what Gaddafi told Nigerians, I think in 1997 or 98, when he visited Nigeria. He told Nigerians that no, there is no need. Nigeria can never progress unless Nigeria is balkanized. Do not forget that I think in 2001 or 2002, 2004, something like that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as a Nigerian activist, he was clamoring against Boko Haram, the sponsors of Boko Haram. For your information, it didn't start today. Once you are an activist, you are. It is not something you learn even maybe in your adulthood. It is right from your babyhood, right from start. It is always like that. Once you are a person that does not like injustice, if you are in this struggle, you are genuine because you have seen a platform, a movement that represents who you are. That is what they say, like turns attracts. That is it. When you see people that are here in this struggle, today they are here, tomorrow they're speaking from both sides of their mouth, naturally they are dishonest set of people. I am telling you honestly. Naturally, they are dishonest. When you see people that are in this struggle just for money or to make contact or for this and that, for one reason or the other, except for our focus, final focus of restoration of Biafra, know that naturally these people are dishonest set of people. When you see genuine people in this struggle, know that it didn't start today. It didn't start in IPOB. It started right from time. You know, your antecedents show who you are, or it confirms your personality, your antecedents. That's why when I see people that are following that Nigerian government agent, Ekperima, I wonder. I am telling you, I wonder. When you look at the antecedents of that Ekperima, you see that he is far from who he is claiming to be today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as an active, he started right from time. When he was even a one Nigerianist. Because that your talent or that your agu will be pushing you. You hate injustice. You fight, you take somebody's problem because you as if it is your own. That is it. Are you hearing me? That is the truth. So until you enter the real right path of where you should be, and you feel at home. But when you see people that come, maybe they are on the national issue where they can get money, where they can get one favor or the other, how they can climb to political hierarchy using IPOB, know that they have been like that right from time. It is not something that started today. It is their natural life. But what I am telling us is this, that we should be consistent. I put it on my Facebook timeline that we should be consistent because it is the key. Remember, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been hammering on consistency. He has been hammering on consistency because that is the key. Listen to me. I think I said it the other time that look, some people, we used to ask, why is little Fulani that is not up to 2% of Nigeria population? Why is it that they are in control of 98% of 200 and something million people? Why? A mere population of maybe 1.2 million, 1 point something million people, they are in complete control. There are many things involved. Are you hearing me? Yes, Britain, the creator of Nigeria, favored them, but there is a reason, or there are reasons even. They maintained consistency in what they were doing. Though, yes, Britain saw that they are the loophole, the intermediary through which they will enter and suck Nigeria, destroy the indigenous population. But there are qualities they found in them. First of all, the Fulani, they the only Muslim community or Muslim people in Nigeria? No. They are tiny in population. You have the Hausas that are majority full, Muslims. So when you look at that, you see that it is not because of even the religion, but people is because of mostly people that believe in what they are doing. Number one, they are highly organized. They are practical. They know what they want. They have been consistent and they continue being consistent. Do you imagine people that we are bold enough to tell the British, please, we want to maintain our culture. Though we will bow down to you, we will be as the elites. But leave our structure for us. It is very dear to us. They made a plea. Leave the caliphate for us. Use us as a vassal. We will do your bidding, but do not destroy our structure. We are organized, and we will maintain and we will serve you. Do you think it's easy? It's not easy. The Fulani Caliphate, the Fulani, they have been consistent in Nigeria in their jihadism since 1804. That is what is called consistency. They don't backslide. They don't scatter because maybe their leader Ahmad Bello died, or Ottoman Dan Fodio was killed, or his son, is it Abdurrahman or Abdurrahim Fodio, fell in battlefront. No, it didn't discourage them. That is a people that is consistent, a people that are focused. They don't focus on one person, one individual. Instead, they have leaders, yes, but leaders direct them and they make them focus on their goal. So that even if that leader fell, they continue. That is organization. That is civilization. Are you hearing me? Civilization goes, with organization. Being able to organize the group of human beings, because that is the hardest thing to do in life. Organizing a set of human beings, a group of human beings, or a nation to focus, to be going towards one direction. It is not easy. When you see a people that we are organized, it's just like water that have channel, a water that has its canal going. It's very smooth. They continue moving. But when there is no canal, the water floats everywhere, looking for their space. That is how human beings are. Now, since 1804, since the start of the Ottoman Dan Fodio War against Gobe, Shehu Yunfa, Shehu of Hausa land, the king of the Hausa king Yunfa of Gobe. Since that time, the Fulani never lost focus. I ask you this question today. You, as a Biafran, can you be able to sustain the consistency? I am asking you. You see, some of our people are now disillusioned or feeling disillusioned. Some are now feeling that they don't know what is up again. Because naturally, they are not focused. Naturally, they are not consistent. IPOB is trying to keep us focused towards that direction. It doesn't matter whatever happens. I used to give this example. South Sudan fought 2 brutal wars for 39 years. The first one was, I think, 17 years. The second war, after an interlude of 10 years, 8 to 10 years, was 22 good years. People died. Families were wiped out. Communities were wiped out from this planet Earth. In South Sudan, you are seeing today. But the most important thing is that they reached their goal. The most important thing is that today they are a free nation. That is what they can boast of. You that you are lukewarm. You march within small time, you become disillusioned. Nah, this thing only talk. Nah, every time you tune in Radio Biafra, nah, talk. Now, what thing we go to do? Nah, wow, I cannot. Because you have not reached that awareness, type of consciousness, or level of consciousness for you to be consistent, for you to understand that the price is huge. That is why when you see or hear where somebody promise you that, oh, Biafra will come tomorrow. Hey, no, don't worry again. It makes you happy. That happiness will make you run away. You join there. Hey, now they say Biafra in the next 2 months, they will declare Biafra. And you start, you are not matured for your information. It makes you still immature. The same way you can promise your baby that is crying today, you tell him, don't worry. If I go market, I will buy you helicopter. I will buy you aeroplane. And that baby of 3 years becomes happy. Don't worry, if I buy you, you start flying. You enter into the plane. Because that baby is immature. She never knew that an aeroplane needs a runway. It needs a pilot. It needs all that it needs to, it don't have that ability to understand all this. What matters to that baby is the promise you give to him. That is the way many of our people are. And that is why Hannah Swarishi, they will come here. They say, count 150 days. Biafra will come. They will gather, say, yes, this is where it happened. They will leave there, go the other. Oh, no, don't worry. Water. We are going to hit it and Biafra will come. They need weights that makes them happy. They are not factual about issues, about the dynamics of the world, about the world politics. That is not their problem. What matters is that promise, that thing that is being voiced out. They don't care about the technicalities. They don't care about, how is it going to happen. That is why, Nigerians are easily deceived by politicians. I will do this during campaign. I will water you. I will fire the village. I will do everything. I will, put road everywhere. No person asks, Oga, how are you going to do this owing to this and that and this and that? How are you going to do it? People love pep talks. People love just TT. TT. Talking tune. They love it. The sound is what makes them happy. Not the actualities. Not the realities facing it. They don't care about the realities. That is why I call them babies. We should mutate. We should mature from babyhood. So that when somebody tells you, Biafra, I'm going to get it after 1 month, you ask him very, different questions or pertinent questions concerning what he's saying, for him to understand that you are not a layover, that you are not a baby, you are mature. Oh God, these things you are talking, how are you going to get it? How are you going to do it in practical terms? That is a wise question, so that he will break it down for you. But lo and behold, our people love sweet talks. It's very, very sad indeed. The Fulani, they're on top of everybody because of their political maturity, their organizational acumen. You know, whenever I'm talking about them, you might be thinking that I'm praising them. No. You know, we have underestimated these people for a long time to our detriment. With Azikiwe first underestimated them. Nah, don't worry. Now let them negotiate anything they want with Britain. I don't care. You don't even care to be in the negotiation. No problem. Let them finish. Don't worry. They don't know who I be. I schooled in Harvard. They don't know who I be. Don't worry now. No, Britain. They no go. They go. Leave him. Let them even convince Ahmad Bello. Let him stay. Not knowing that he was digging our grave. Because he underestimated a people that are more intelligent, politically intelligent than him. By far. People that has been in Sahel, in deserts, their ancestors, great-great-grandfathers have fought different wars in ancestors that has mingled with Arabs, with different nationalities, fought wars and made peace. He underestimated them. That is why I will never be a company to underestimating these people. When you underestimate your enemy, you get a surprise. Are you hearing me? Since 1804, they have been consistent. Now IPOB started, I think, officially, Radio Biafra 2011-12. Massively from 2012, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started speaking. There was a time I think he was speaking once a week, Thursday, something like that. Till today, people started joining 13, 14, 15. Now, when you count it, 10 years and a little above, 11, 12. Many people are, or some of our people are already discouraged. Now, when is it going to happen? Because you are not mentally tough. You are not focused. You are not consistent. And that is why you remain at the lowest form, the lowest level. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That's why you remain at the lowest level of humanity in Nigeria when it comes to politics. Because you are not consistent. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A stone that moves from place to place, rolling down here, it gathers no moss. That is who you are. But IPOB through Radio Biafra London is trying to make you to be strong. Is trying to make you to continue being consistent. Because I could remember when almost every broadcast, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been hammering on this. Consistency is the key. He said there will be a time that you will have no more power of running, no more power of marching, no single power. You are drained, in every way. But what keeps you going is your willpower. That willpower is what will keep you going. Think about it. I say, think about it. Freedom is never given, it is rather taken. Are you hearing me? Freedom is never given, it is rather taken. If you if you leave everything by annoyance or with annoyance, they know they beg you. You remain where you are. You remain slave. You remain slave to Nigeria caliphate. That is it. You bring your container and sometimes it gets lost. You bring your container and they dribble you. You will continue suffering. Flying only through Murtala Mohammed Airport or Abuja. That is it. With roadblocks everywhere. No seaport in our land. But we are the people that are doing the highest business of importation and exportation. International business. You continue living like that. Are you hearing me? All these things will make you, or should make you, or push you into being consistent in what we are doing, because this is not a child's play. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being there, it is not a child's play. I've been scrolling around his siblings. I no longer see their posting about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Any day the DOS makes a public announcement about one thing or the other concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration, you see them rising up from death. For you to understand the mess we are in, I want you to envisage the type of mess these people are putting us, fighting internal war, external war, all. I used to, sometimes I just go there, I scroll their timeline, nothing. No more Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sibling or Kanu family, no more. No more. They kept quiet. Sometimes I come to believe that they want even their brother to be there. There is something. I know there is something. They don't want him to come out. Therefore, I am urging each and every one of us to be consistent. Buckle up, rise up. Do not fall into slumber. If you are in slumber already, this is the time for you to rise up, because what we are fighting for is for our emancipation. Let me tell you this. What I've been researching about indigenous population, it made me to understand some certain things and raise questions on certain issues concerning indigenous population. Today, in this wider world, in this planet Earth, there are about 8.2 billion people, population, in this world today. Out of 8.2 billion people, there are only an estimated 476 million indigenous population. It's not up to 10%, maybe 4%, 5% only, or less than. Yes, maybe 5% only of indigenous people. And only 6% of global population, yes. And they account 476 million out of 8.2 billion, accounts 19% of the extreme poor people in the world, to the indigenous population. Don't he raise goosebumps on you? Don't you? Do you? Sometimes I see things, I think things in other ways that maybe some other people might not be thinking. I say, what crime has indigenous population committed? And do you know we are indigenous people? When you check indigenous populations everywhere, in the Americas, in Asia, you see that where there are indigenous population concentrated, they are the most poor. Their lands are never developed. They have resources, yes, as land underneath their land, but their lands are never developed. Why is it so? Do you know that we are the only indigenous population that is making our private efforts, individual effort to develop our land? Individual effort. Do you know it changes everything? It's against the rules of the world order. For your information, you go to the Americas, you see the indigenous population, they are living like before common era. They are living inside thick bushes without, some are still naked till today. The Amazonians and others. Asia, the same thing. But we, Biafrans, we are the only indigenous people that are brushing up, that are, that is developing our land with our individual efforts. Nigeria does not care. We built Imo State Airport by Sam Mbakwe, led by Mazi Sam Nakambakwe. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? That we are trying to change the status quo of this world. I want you to open your eyes to understand the things that are fighting against us. They don't want, the world order don't want any indigenous claim to a land. Everywhere, total direct claim, ancestral claim. Maybe you will say, okay, it's my great grandfather when he migrated here. They don't want it. That's why indigenous populations are under persecution. They are under humiliation. Check it everywhere. I tried to research about this. I became shocked. When you come to Igbo land, you see the development we have is our individual efforts. As they are stifling us, they are ripping us apart with military, police, Nigerian police, policy of non-development, non-building of infrastructure in our land. Buhari borrowed the money, $22.7 billion from China with our crude oil from under our ground, in our soil. He made it open that no, the railway lines that are to be built with this, none will pass southeast. Open. What do you think about it? Do you think it's something that is only limited to maybe national level as Nigeria? Is international conspiracy. There is an international conspiracy against us. If you don't know it today. There is an international conspiracy against us. That is why this our struggle, it should be more strategic than straightforward. We have many more enemies than we can even think about or think of. If you know all this, you must be disciplined to the cause. You must be disciplined in IPOB. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Onye ndị iro gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche. Ọ na-eji ofu anya na-arahụ ụra. Don't sleep with two eyes. Because there is an international conspiracy against us. They said, according to their forecast, they said that Biafra, with the rich, huge deposits of natural gas, crude oil, and other natural resources, that if we are independent, that the sky will be our limit. We can challenge, and together with the type of people we are, that are productive, that we can challenge even the sky. That is why they want to destroy us with Nigeria before anything, so that number one, number two, and different nonsense. People that don't know anything. Now you start seeing zombie-like personalities in our land. That is why they are trying, they are disappointed that somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can come up in this time. Since 1970, the so-called end of the genocidal war, they continued the conspiration against us in order to keep us aground, to make us inconsequential, so that maybe in the next 100 years, first of all, we will even have no space, no place we call our own. You will see Igbos now, for example, let me give you this just synopsis. As you have Igbos in Kaduna, in Sabongari, now they become Igbos of Kaduna. Anytime they act, they want to, act more than welcome. They will remind them that, look, you people, your fathers came here, you are visitors. The same way they used to remind our people in Lagos. That is the grand plan. They can tell they made our people feel that they are welcome in order to encourage them to becoming establishing in their land. Don't worry, no need you. Here is your home. We'll be here, no problem. So that in the next, as time goes on, when the generations that are born there, they no longer have contact or connection with their ancestral land in Igbo land, in Biafra land. They will become Igbos of Kaduna, Igbos of the north, Igbos of Sokoto. But they will be under limitations. When there is maybe electioneering or any type of civic activities, they will be under control to vote for their any person they want them to vote for. If they want to say otherwise, they will bridle them. They will warn them that, you remember, here is not your land, though. You came. Do you know that here is not your land? You are Igbos from south. Do you know that? By that time, those people many of them are no longer in contact with their fatherland, with their motherland, with Biafra land, with their community. That generation, maybe after 50 to another 50 to 100 years, they will be answering Igbos of the north. They will become minority. They will be controllable. They will be manipulable in anything. That is how you lose populations. That is how you lose, your contour, national contours. They will now cut umbilical cord. Igbos of the West or Lagos, that answers Lagosians. Many of them will no longer know that their great grandfather, where he came from, in our land, in Igbo land. By that time, they will be under continuous torture. They will become real slaves. That is the grand plan. And by that time, the people, the Igbos in our Igbo land will be very few. Do you see? So that is what Britain wants us. It is a long-term plan, long-term policy. But they were surprised that somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came at this time in order to interrupt their plan, their grand plan. That is why they can never forgive him. By raising, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rose awareness of this plan. Look at what they want to do also. Everybody should rise up. So, as you are hearing my voice, if you understand all these things, you should redouble your effort. You should quadruple your effort in what we are doing. Because we are in danger of extinction. What will happen to a people so that it will make them to start denying their identity? Do you know that is very deep? You are looking at this as a very simple issue, but it is very, very deep. Do you know that many of our Igbo communities in Kogi, in Benue, they have been abandoned to their fate? We call them Northerners. Our people we call, Ndi Kogi, now Ndi North, but they are our blood. Ndi Nasibo. Not people that visited there, no, but they were being carved into these states. And now we forget them, saying now they are Kogi people, Kogians. They are Benueans. And they are every time marginalized under targeted. Even in Edo. Don't you see, Igbo communities in Edo, they were crying, they want to join Anioma, which is Anioma, if there is Anioma state. They want to join their Igbo brothers. Because many of our people, we have forgotten them. We are a people with a short memory. What out of sight becomes out of mind immediately. It's very sad indeed. Very, very sad. These are the things that we are trying to restore in these efforts we are making. These are the things that Britain never think that there will be a breed of Biafrans that will be going into so much details. They never envisioned it. That is why they conspired. Nigeria conspired with complete British blessing and support in order to rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because they believe that he came to put sand in their gari. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to put sand in their gari. Because right from 1970, our people ignorantly believed and thought that the war has ended. As Abaribe said in one of his interviews with Rudolph Okonkwo, he said that some people believe, our people thought that the war has ended. But in the mindset of others, that the war never ended. And that is the reality. When you understand all these, you have to join hands together with IPOB in order to start looking for black goats during the daytime when the sun still shines. That is what we preach here for our emancipation, because there is a grand conspiracy. Don't you see what is happening in our land? They brought artificial insecurity. They rose criminality. The people we are fighting against are very rich. Nigeria has multi-billion-dollar budget. Together with their partners in crime, Britain and others, their capacity is unequaled. So they can do anything. That is why what will help us to win is our sophistication, our being able to analyze correctly, our analytical prowess, our, being able to maneuver issues, not being straightforward in our approach. As many people we think. Nah, you people only talk. No. I saw Mazi Chinas, our GOC, in one of his posts he said there are, countries, when some time passes, when they see that thing they kept secret for many years, revealing it does not put anybody or the country at risk any longer, that it is now a kind of outdated. Now they will reveal it. It becomes what we call declassified. That there will be a time in the history of Biafra that many things that are done today will be declassified. And that time, the people at that era will marvel. Say, so these things happen. When you watch some declassified CIA operations, you will laugh. Some things that they did that time, how they killed, how they did different types of things. By that time, it was a secret. Clandestine operations. You marvel. But today, they put it in the open because sometimes many of those people many of the players are no more alive. Sometimes that era has passed. and they won most of the time. So there is no more keeping it a secret. Are you hearing me? That is what IPOB is for. What we are not, this is not freedom joking. This is freedom fighting. And you have to fight with your brains at alert, your consciousness highly at alert. We need to be disciplined. When the leadership say go, we go. When they say stop, we stop. When they say lie down, we lie down. When they say now crawl, we crawl. When they say stand up, we stand. Not when they say sit down, you say, but why? Here is the thing now. Why are you telling me to sit down? You know, give me a reason. Why? Before you know, you might not even last another minute. You obey. That is organization. We must continue. Today, I will just read some news headlines, just few, and then open the lines. Okay. There is this news headline. Let me read it. Let me read it. It said, Enugu court fines commissioner order 20 million naira over suspects' appearance or disappearance from custody, others production of missing suspects, dead or alive. This is Nigeria for you. This is today, November 4th news headline. This is how lenient somebody's life costs in Nigeria. How very lenient. It's fine. They kill somebody extrajudicially, they give fine. They give the person fine. Nothing more. Enugu State High Court has imposed a hefty fine. They call it a hefty fine of 20 million naira. Maybe a little more than $7,000-8,000 on Commissioner of Police Kanu Uzebu and Deputy Superintendent of Police Chidobe Ekeleme for violating the right to life of Chika Chuku Onwe, who went missing on police custody. Just they go by fine. What a country. Somebody's life is fine, just fine, which they will not even pay, which they will not even cooperate. They kidnapped somebody, arrested the person, police, they kill him. That is it. It's what is happening every day in Biafra land. There is no law and order in Nigeria. It's a jungle, a country where, just with the alterations of that miniature. Can I call him? Albino. Calling himself being a politician, a political representative in the House of Federal House of Assembly, that slapped an Uber driver. You see his alteration. I will make you disappear. I will make you disappear, and nothing will happen. And he called the police, the cops, come and pick this person. And they came without asking questions. They picked him up. If not that the guy videoed the things and gave to somebody, and from one thing or the other, they would have killed him and nothing will happen. That is how Nigeria is. Life is nothing. That is why when I see a Nigerian claiming for rights in any part of the world, it makes me sick even. You should be being ashamed anywhere in any part of the world, because in your own country, they treat you worse than animal. You are nothing in Nigeria as a citizen. You see, in a way, how Nigerian military, maybe because a driver, a vehicle driver was just driving on his own. They just pass and block him and start beat him into coma, whether he have died. I put him on, or put it on my timeline. That is Nigeria for you. In our land, in Biafra land, you can be maybe playing football, where children are playing football, military will be passing and start shooting everybody. Just like fair game. That is how bad it is. And we are suffering all these things every day. Somebody was arrested, taken by the police, and killed. And the court now is finding the police boss, giving him fine of 20 million naira to pay for killing somebody, for breaking the law, committing heinous crime of removing life that he cannot create. That is how life is cheap in Nigeria. That is why I call Nigeria Biafra symmetry. Until we remove ourselves from it. We must remove ourselves from this symmetry. I am telling you. We must continue in what we are doing. So, life is, you see how cheap life is in Nigeria? The police people that killed, they give them fine of 20 million naira. A little above maybe $6,000. And that's it. And he will not pay. This is just to make publicity. Maybe to impress the victim's family. Because maybe they have contacts. In this case, the victim have contact. The victim family have contacts. That is why they go to this extent. If they don't have contact, you don't, nothing. There is, even if you talk, they kill you more as a family member. That is how bad it is. This is the way, they want to train everybody, even Biafrans. Nigeria want to destroy our character. So that we now take the character we learn in Nigeria in order to use it to destroy ourselves. Do you see that Nigeria is destroying us as a people? Do you know that? Where there is no might is right. Where nobody is loyal, no discipline, no control, no lawlessness. I mean, no law. Everywhere is lawlessness. You do something, you have a deal with somebody, and he will go, if you want a higher military to come and kill you. Now, if you see you hire maybe police. You will hire military. If that one is not enough, now you can hire gangs. After all, police and military, they used to fight. There was a case of a policeman that stabbed a military man to death. I think in Lagos. That is how bad it is. That is when we call Nigeria a zoo. I don't know. People should be even happy because we are insulting animal zoos. We are insulting them. Because Nigeria shouldn't be called a zoo. We are promoting Nigeria. It's a primitive jungle. There is no law. No law, no law, no law. Life is very cheap. Everybody is behaving like animal, naked wire. That is how the system has programmed or modified everybody. That is why I used to say, if Nigeria is left for another to exist for another 50 to 100 years, they will produce another set of Homo. I don't know whether Homo erectus or going back to Stone Age Neanderthals. That will be different from the mainstream world population. I am telling you this. Do you notice when you enter flight that depart from your destination abroad and come in, once it's heading to Nigeria, everybody turn to and bring out another animal character inside the flight. And you see animals, animal character. Now, these are people that we are gentle from the system they departed. All of a sudden, everybody now why they pass me here? Now you see now beg no. You see people automatically turns to animal because they are heading to a jungle. So you have to have that even in your mentality. If you are flying down to Nigeria, you remove that you are a civilized system, remove it out, and bring out your animal behavior. Put it your jungle behavior, and put it in. That is how bad it is in Nigeria. How bad it is. For how long should we continue in this state? The life of a human being is what that has been suddenly removed by people that are supposed to maintain peace. Police people. The Nigerian police that are supposed to be people of peace. They removed life and they were fined. Hey, you have to bring that person. Oh, you're caught. Next time, nothing. That one is gone. It's just to make the victim's family happy that at least they did something. That is how sad it is. Another news headline says soldiers stabbed to death by policeman as ensuing clash between police and protesters claims at least one civilian in Nasarawa. That is how bad it is. You know, soldiers can kill police can, and vice versa. They can kill themselves now. All the Nigerian forces can kill citizens because they call citizens bloody civilians. That is the mentality. They can kill citizens with impunity. Once you wear khaki, you become another higher type of, just like a slave master. They program you to see citizens as bloody civilians. It's only in Nigeria I hear this language, bloody civilians. Citizens that are contributing, working hard to pay you as a public servant. Because being a military, being a police officer, you are a public servant serving the people. But these are the people that you are insulting by calling them bloody civilians. Do you see how Nigeria is? That's why Nigerians have not even or come to the level of consciousness of understanding the importance of being a citizen. If you are a citizen of maybe Switzerland, of UK, you are happy you carry their passport because you can claim right as a citizen. But in Nigeria, with Nigerian passport, with Nigerian ID card, you are a bloody civilian. How do you call that place a country? Just tell me how. I want to know how. Look at the people they brought to court in Abuja. Children. Hey, children. Some of them are not even up to 10 years. And the worst part of it is this. Nigerian prosecutor came up on press, on facing the camera, lying that these are adults. That some of them are graduates. Whereas you are watching them physically, they are everywhere in social media. Video is there. Children that are not up to, some of them are not up to 10 years. They say these are, some of them have wives and children. Oh, Nigeria is another thing. What Britain created there is, now I understand why India tried. They don't care how many lives to be lost in 1946-1947 uprising in India, prior to India independence. They reshuffled themselves. They died once so that they don't die again. Because what Britain planned there is exactly what planned for Nigeria, how they created Nigeria. So that in the future, by now, had it been India didn't do what they did, By now, Britain will be telling them how to do democracy. No, it's like this. Okay, it will be better. The unity of India is non-negotiable. They will be running the country as they are running Nigeria and stealing everything in them. But India decided to die once so that they will not die again. They decided to react like human beings by asking the question before independence. They say, this independence we are looking for, who is an Indian? Let us ask the question, who is an Indian? Before we fight and get ourselves in a mess. That question, who is an Indian, it ricocheted in their awareness, in their mindset, in their brains, in their frontal lobes. They say, yeah. Let us first of all define ourselves. That question brought about internal crisis that led to the death of more than 2 million people, Indians as of that time, and the displacement of more than 20 million families, or 20 million people. The highest recorded displacement in modern history, in recorded history. If we say in our people, they say, no, instead of difficult, no, let us stay. People will die. No. Oh, no, let us stay. Instead, like, no, you see, how can you do like this, making people to, no. You displace, you get out from your, no. Instead, let us stay. And that let us, it's just like, let us stay. It's just like living a onya untreated, because it will pain you. You don't treat it. If they bring iodine to it, say no, leave it like that, and it will be festering. It will become infected. Anytime they want to say no, leave it like that. No, it will pain me. Leave it. That is what happened, and Nigeria remained, spoiled and rotten till today, and going worse and worse. Britain know what they created. That is where they go and harvest human organs. That is where the West go if they need human guinea pigs for experimental drugs. It's in Nigeria. They think Nigeria. If they need female eggs, they go to Nigeria to buy, to get it. Anything they need. Human trafficking. Last time, how many years back? More than 7,000 penises, human fresh penises, were discovered in containers in China from Nigeria, departing from Lagos. What is the result of the investigation? When alarm was blowing about it, when social media watched the Nigerian Senate immediately came to quell. They said, no, we have started a senatorial investigation. And their NC, okay, we investigate. We are investigating about it. Don't worry. Let the thing die down. And the thing died down till today. But we, IPOB, Radio Biafra, never forgets. What is the result of the investigation? Because they are involved. These penises, these are 7,000 plus Biafrans that are butchered and their penises removed. And the butchery, the slaughter, continues till death in Biafra land. Are we going to continue keeping quiet? No, the answer is no. Let me tell you something. In this world, as we know, freedom is not given, it is taken. When good people keep quiet, the few bad people becomes king. They have silenced at least Nonsonkwa's voice. The Imo State vampire have silenced his voice for now. And I was expecting even people, Biafrans, mostly from Imo State, in order to rise up, People of Imo and even other parts of, because when you say Ndimo, see if it's only 7 in Ndimo, it's 7 everybody. Because you can be a victim. You can be from whatever that is happening in any part of Biafra land is affecting everybody. For your information, I used to see, and I hate it, when people are giving responsibility only to that state people. Nandimo, you people should react. Nah, if it is happening, maybe if it is Anambra, and the Anambra, you people should react. No. You see, this state creation, it affected our brains more than anybody. Are you hearing me? Because we are a people that are manipulable. We are a people that are easily divided. Very easy. Just come today and divide even Imo State into, call another state again. Call it a pig state, pig. Asia State. People will be proud to be answering, I'm from Asia State. So I'm not, Ndi oh yeah, fight. Now you people, we are Ndimo. You people are, if somebody will be proud enough to be answering, I'm a reverse man. What do you think? I say it's only in our land that it is like that. Divisive. You can never see an Hausa man, maybe from Kaduna, telling you that no, what is in Sokoto? No, I'm a Hausa Sokoto. I'm not a Hausa Kaduna. Hardly you see it. Because they are mentally together. It's only in our land. So what is happening to Nonsonkwa? His travels. You see people say, Ndimo, rise up. Whatever happens to one, happens to all. Until we understand this, we have not matured. I am telling you. Until we understand this, no, we have not matured. That's why you see IPOB. The training in IPOB, one family. There is nothing like a division in IPOB or cabals. Or no, you are from this state. No, IPOB, you are an indigenous person of Biafra. What touches you touches me. We take it as that is how it should be. And together we will fight and defeat our enemies. Divided we fall. So, in Nigeria, soldier can kill military. I mean, police can kill custom. Custom can kill immigration in broad daylight. And all of the forces can kill bloody civilians. Who do they call bloody civilians? Citizens that should be proud. People that are paying their salary. Do you see how Nigeria is? That is it. That is it. So we must continue. We must continue. Let me read this news. I think after it, I will just open the lines. Most Nigerian states heavily rely on federal allocations, unable to cover half of recurrent costs with internally generated revenue. What does it tell you? You will see this news. It's today's news headline. You will see it as simple, but it has deep meaning. Most Nigerian states heavily rely on federal allocations. When you go, this world is a world of merit. Normally, you work harder, you earn more. That is how the world should. That is how it is. But whether you work harder, you are working harder and earning the same like the person that doesn't work. What does it do? It discourages the people that are working hard. Now they start sleeping like the other. They say, how can I be working and the other monkey the work, bamboo the chop? That is Nigeria. Everybody relies on allocations from Nigerian state. And what is their main source of revenue? crude oil, natural resources, crude oil and gas from Biafra land. So people just relax. At the end of the month, they go and collect and now do anything. So they say most Nigerian states heavily rely on federal allocations, unable to cover half of recurring costs with internally generated revenue, because no human resources development. It's not in people's agenda. Mostly in the north, they don't care. Oh, once they read the Quran and pray 5 times a day, that is they carry pot and start begging. How can we stay in a place like this? That is why they want to turn us into Almajiri. Do you see how Tinubu every time he will share bags of rice to states? That is what gradually they are making us lazy in removing that quality of hard work in our lives. Because when you are working hard, other people that are lazy, that are not working, they are receiving even more than you. So why will you work hard? Do you see why Nigeria is a heavy burden on us? You can never develop in Nigeria. It's impossible. Nigeria is a big, heavy, just like a whole world being placed on us. That is Nigeria in our body. Normally, even if, for example, Nigeria is working on regionalism and pay tax to the center, do you know that the sky will be our limit even? Prior to 1966, Nigeria was on regionalism. That plan, that regionalism which Britain allowed, is just to give sample. I don't know whether people understand this. Britain sampled us. They sampled Nigerians. Say, hey, look at how sweet it will be. So you people should stay together under regionalism. But they know how to thwart that. Oh, yeah, we intelligent job, honestly speaking. They just give you the sample, say, see the gate of heaven. So you have to stay together, it will be beautiful. The more big you are, is good. You become regional. So they thought that they will continue like that. Whereas the British M16 Secret Service, they have made the plans in order to thwart everything. They have influence. They will go to the north and say, look, you have to plan a coup. You don't need to really. We understand that you cannot stay with these people. So continue pushing for northernization, making hate speeches, no problem. They will come to south and tell the boys in the minute, say, look, these people, now while they are a threat, you have to plan a coup in order to save Nigeria. So that after, once the coup is, see how they have arrested Awolowo and put him in prison. So, you are trained in sandals in order as Nigerians. So save Nigeria. Go and do the job. Take over power and kill enemy of Nigeria. Because you see Ahmad Bello, he's an enemy of Nigeria right from time. We know. Now you kill him because he's going to bring problem. Look at how he brought problem in the southwest and start supporting, sidelining Awolowo, even arresting him. He give them reason. And they thought that they are dealing with human beings. Because Britain knew that that is the only way they can achieve their aim in Nigeria. They have given Nigerians a sample. Oh, be regional. Oh, do you see? The East was progressing on a GDP of growth rate of 40%. Never heard of in any part of the world. And the club, you see how you are developing. You see how you see how everything is going fine. So you have to stay together. But we are working hard underneath. They have made plans in order to thwart that tripod, to upset it, so that it will no longer be what the people want. It will now be what Britain wants. They have planned this because these people, they used to plan 100 years ahead. Why you are thinking of now what you are going to gain, what you are going to eat, benefit now. Britain, these people, they plan for 100 years. You might think that you are cheating them now. Oh, they don't have any benefit now. But even after their death, they plan for their children. That is why they are greater than you. Are you hearing me? So they did it. The more you look, the less you see. Abracadabra. They first of all sampled the regionalism. Oh, it's sweet. Don't you see? You are growing. So everybody do as you want. But they go at the back and they thwarted everything in order to get what they want, because that is what they have planned. Even before independence, they have put that plan on table. And the domino effect is what we are suffering today. No more. So they continue distributing, focusing. That is, they occupied our land, sucking us dry. Look at Ohaji Ebema. No development there. It's a conspiracy. Don't you know that? Ohaji, no development. So that they can be able, the people will be annoyed. It's a policy that no Imo State governors should develop Ohaji, so that they will keep the people under perpetual annoyance and sadness. They will be blaming the governor. They will be blaming Imo people. Look at, are we not Igbos? So that tomorrow, anywhere they carve them, even if they say, will you people become part of Kaduna, they will agree. Because they will tell them, if you become part of South, we will develop. Look at your brother. They fail to develop. This is political manipulation. It's just the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu siblings, what they did to IPOB leadership at the beginning of the rendition. They blocked the fund of IPOB. They know that IPOB leadership has obligations to some people in Biafra land. People that they are widows and their children, which they train, they give, they pay their rents, they pay different bills to different people. They know that. They made sure they use Nenanya, block the fund. And they go back and start calling those people, say, look, do you see? Do you receive anything last month? Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, have you received anything? He said no. He said, look at the people that are, look at is the leadership, look at DOS. They are eating the whole money. They are eating the whole money and they keep you, they keep you stranded. You see the person will start complaining, say, look, see, they want to pursue me from house, so I never pay. He says, see, that is it. That is who they are. This is blackmail. It's intelligence work. This is what Britain did to Nigeria. Are you hearing me? In public, they will come and play one card, but in secret, they go behind and incite different hatreds and anomalies. And the people took over power, thinking that it's innocent small boys as officers that time, Nzogo, and all of them, they took over power. Now BBC came up and said the first radio to announce the military coup, they say it's Igbo coup. Do you see how they be? That is the world we are in. It's manipulation, political manipulation. The vivid example is what I told you now. How Kanu sibling, how they wanted or they manipulated the people in Biafra land, blackmailing the leadership, of which they are the people that block the money, but they go back, start telling people that, look, hey, see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. Now, no person takes care of you. It's a DOS. Instead, they are cruising jeep in Nigeria. China Sanwo have a series of skyscrapers everywhere. He's building now. Look at him. They spread a kind of propaganda that if you see the person, you can even shoot him and kill the person, thinking that what they say is right. That is what the British did. And after they say, okay, don't worry, just be loyal to me, be loyal to us. We'll be doing like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know we are his brothers now. You say yes. He say, all your worries we are aware of it. We feel you. Before you know, they will send them small money. Hey, hey, now these are political manipulations that our people should understand. If you never understand this type of manipulations, I am telling you, you are not matured enough in this struggle. You are not matured. And many of our people are not matured. I'm telling you. That's why they can fall victims of this. They can fall victims of these manipulations. Anyhow, they come and entice them with words. They come and entice them with blackmail. Before you know, you don't even investigate. You believe, you accept because you're a believer. You see that word believer, you have done many bad things. He have put us in a very bad way mentality. Believe. Immediately somebody tell you something, well, you believe it. Not true. I know him. I know it. You know, when Mazi, look at how China Saworo, how we used to talk. He used to talk, he's highly confident, which means yeah, one hour so he's confident, he has money. Now millions of dollars he have, so he have. Don't you say our people must see one thing or the other to justify that thing they want to believe? They must see it. They don't ask questions. That's it. I now know. Before you know how when you are telling them, calling them to reason, they don't even care. Before they can understand themselves, they have committed blunders. Before they realize, nah, mistake, it's too late. Some of them, they cannot even come out of it. That is it. So we must be sophisticated in reasoning. That has been the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Questioning. Don't believe anything. Ask questions. Make investigations before you start accepting. Because if you continue, you become manipulable. I said this is the way Britain manipulated and put Nigeria in the deep mess that they want it to be. And they come as saviors. Because they always come as saviors. Europeans, they kill you after you start looking for them. They play politics for you to, so that you start being manipulated to believe that you are savior. It is, they did it in religion. They are doing it politically. It's like that. You start calling upon them, or they start doing guys. Say, no, come and save us, so you are our savior. After all, they killed us for hundreds of years, raped our children, but they brought a savior for us. I used to say it, and I will continue saying this, because that is the reality. It is not made up. They gave us a savior. Oh, it's them now we believe and be people that massacred us for hundreds of years. People that made more than 40 something million of our ancestors to disappear in Atlantic Ocean, those that cannot make it to the new world, America, that drowned in Atlantic Ocean. Now, more up to 70 something million made it. Enslaved the people. The people that horrible crimes we are committed against. Now, these same killers came back and said they are giving us a savior. Now we started praying to that. Now they are our saints, they are our saviors. Don't we need a brain surgery? It's everywhere. So that is what Britain played. That is what so the insecurity we continue talking that is happening in our land. It is man-made. It is what is programmed so that it will make them to achieve what they want in our land. That is why we always say no to insecurity in our land. Do not be part and parcel of allowing foreigners to be in our land or to have an excuse of coming to our land, please. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You know, Britain never planned. It doesn't matter what they know or who they are. They never knew that a breed of Biafrans that we have this type of intellectual capacity of analyzing or analysis will be decoders of their characters, will be in the same. They never understand it. They never knew. They thought that we will continue bragging that, after all, they will be saying, it's in our country that they come to school. We school them, so we put anything in their head. They don't know that there are natural Biafrans, natural thinkers that will come up. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There are natural thinkers that will come up, that will start challenging their policies, that will start exposing them. That is why they are mad against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we must continue what we are doing. We must make sure that we become consistently consistent in this quest for the restoration of Biafra. It is not a straightforward thing. This struggle is not straightforward. It is something that is highly sophisticated. You can run today, tomorrow you took Kurala. Next tomorrow, they say you say crawl. The other day, they say you say lie down, don't move. That is how, because we are in 21st century. Do you see the wars that are going on today? Physical combat. It's no more like before. Today you have drones. You equip drones with weapons. Camera and weapons. They will be hunting you, and while you are, bragging with your AK-47, they are seeing you from up. Just when you watch the modern warfare in Ukraine, you will understand the type of world we are in now. Things have changed. Little drones. Everything now is weapon. Are you hearing me? Even pigeon, they are electronical pigeons today. You see them flying as pigeons, but they are not pigeons. They are not. They are mechanical pigeons that has camera to flying in the group of pigeons, going around collecting information. So you see that things have changed. Things have changed, for goodness sake. So we must also change with things, with time, and be as sophisticated as things have changed. Not one-way traffic. No. But the bottom line of everything is to be consistent in our quest for the restoration of Biafra. That is the bottom line. This is where I'm going to stop today. I will go into a few minutes break. And when I come back, I will open the lines so that people can start calling in. Do not go away. I'll be right back.
Enemies are everywhere. We are surrounded by evil. Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to run. The only way to survive is to face them head on. Through the Eastern Security Network, ESN.
We got to rewrite the wrong and do what is right, to treat like humans.
The great family of the indigenous people of Biafra in the United States of America, under the leadership of the Directorate of State, wishes to announce our IPOB end-of-year ESN fundraising coming up on the 16th of November 2024. Time, 7 p.m. Biafra land time. Platform, Zoom. Meeting ID, A353 781-4562. Passcode 092030. Contacts +161 093 14943 or +148 476 708 48 or +18 452 839 665. Reason for the fundraising: we must make sure that our siblings living in Biafra land are not chased out from our ancestral homes by the Fulanis and other murderous agents in the contraption called Nigeria with the help of ESN. We must make sure our farmlands and bushes are safe for our parents and kings to harness against the evil agendas of the blood-sucking agents in Nigeria with the help of ESN. Most importantly, the lives and properties of our people living in Biafra land must be protected at all costs by ESN. With your support, your free will offerings and donations, we shall achieve this by keeping our land safe and secure as we pursue the goal of restoration of Biafra. Come one, come all. This information is reaching you directly from the office of IPOB All State Media under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. All hail Biafra. Support ESN.
afọ maka mgbasa ozi na steeti Anambra anyị jụrụ ya ajụjụ anọnwa gbasatara ịkwanye ndị mmadụ ịmaka ala Igbo dị otu ihe ọ bụ ha detara sị na ọ bụ ụbọchị Mọnde ka ha wee na-eme maka ya bụ nwanne anyị nwoke ịpụta na-asị na ọ bụrụ na emepe ahịa emechi ahịa otu ọnwa ịmara o nwere ihe o kwuru n'ọsịsa nke ya ọ sị na Nnamdi Kanu na onwe ya pụtara si kwụsị ya bụ sit at home ụbọchị Mọnde nke mbụ nke abụọ bụ ndị Igbo ndị ọzọ nọ na steeti ndị ọzọ ndị na ọ jụrụ anyị ebe ka anyị na-asị ya na Lagos ọ jụrụ anyị ụnụnwa na-eme sit at home ndị nọ na Abuja ha na-eme sit at home kemgbe na ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ihe sit at home anụnwa ga-eme ka hapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-ahapụgo ya nke a bito na ịjụgo ajụjụ anụnwa ọ dịghị ka esi sọsọ ndị ala Igbo South East ndị Igbo na South East ka ntinye onu a ịdị na-eme sit at home maka na kemgbe izuụka gara aga ọtụtụ ndị akpọwago anyị tụazụ na ndị Igbo ọ bụrụ na a ga-ekwe ka ọ bụrụ na steeti Lagos ya ndị Igbo niile ọ bụrụ ụbọchị Mọnde gbachie ahịa gị ndị ọzọ gaa ọ dịghị ka esi onu ame ya na steeti ndị ọzọ niile ndị Igbo nọ na steeti dị iche iche maka na na-eme na ala Igbo a ga-asị na ọsọsọ ala Igbo ma ndị Igbo asị na ndị Lagos ọ bụ na ndị Anambra na-eme ụbọchị Mọnde Lagos Tuesday ọbụla nwere ọga ya apụta Abuja Wednesday nke a eme ya otu a na o nwere ike ime ka tọhapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nke a ị nabatara ya
Okay, Emma, we forget so easily. Ndị IPOB apụtago kụọ ekwe kụọ ogene so kwụsị sit at home akwụsị ya pụtawazie ndị a wee buru egbe bu ya sị dịka bụ epezi ahịa agba ọnụ ya ebere nwe ndị mmadụ atakụ gbawa aga n'ahịa agba ọwa ya nụ ya ifuru ma n'ahịa Ọnịcha ndị mmadụ agbabasịkwa bak na onyere ọ ga-adị gị surprise ugbu a na ndị abịa mepe ndị ama na ndị Igbo ma ihe ndị abịa mepewa ahịa ugbu a na ndị same people abịa na-ekwu ihe eburu egbe gbaa ha ga-ebekwa ya pop too na ndị na-agwa gị ugbu a na oke ọ bụrụ na ha kwuo sị na ha ga-eweta sekuriti ghasa kpọpụtazie ndị amị niile anụ a gbuo ya gbaa ahịa okirikiri ka ifụ ihe problem anyị na-enwe ewu anyị amara okwu a ga-atara ntị na okwu a ga-apụta n'ọha kwuo ihe gọvanọ kwesịrị ime bụ ọ ga-ya akpọ the leadership of the market kpọzie ndị ochi ndị IPOB ndị otu Nnamdi si ha ọkwụ ụnụ so kwụsị sit at home ha si ọkwụ na akọla ejele ngwa bịanụ ka anyị na ndị ahịa ga mee meeting gwazie na ha pụtawazie ka ịnụ ihe ndị ahịa ga-agwa ha enwere ike mgbe a ga-akpacha ndị a ga-ezi a condition sị na ọ ga-epụtara mbụ abịa gbawa egbe ya amazi nke na-eme eme mgbe ahụ ihe a gwara ya wụ na IPOB etiwala ụzọ na-abụ na-enwe ndị kpetere nwe ndị na-ekpetere ihe agwụzi ihe ji wee were nna mgbe ahụ ka ha mebatara asa dịka bụ agwara anyị
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra Land. We are here live and direct. Our lines are now open, but before I go on the line, there is this news headline which I also want to talk about a bit, just a few minutes. Nigeria Army declares 44 soldiers deployed to fight Boko Haram terrorists in Borno wanted for desertion. And it is the right thing. It is the right thing to do. Our campaign for every indigenous population in Nigeria in general and Biafrans in particular to desist and run away from Nigerian military should continue. Because what is happening, they are using the indigenous people in the Nigerian military as cannon fodder in order for them to be, they send them, they give Boko Haram information, give ISIS, bandits information, and they will be slaughtered. Because as that, I mean, military security expert continue saying that the center of gravity of the problem in Nigeria, problem of Boko Haram and others in Nigeria, it is not kinetic. It is not about shooting gun. It is about those that are supporting, that are sponsoring these people. They are there. They are there in Aso Rock. They are there in the highest political echelon. They are there. Don't you see the other day, they are pushing law to Islamize for Sharia to be used in Nigeria. I mean, in Nigeria Constitution. They are the same people. They are there. So how do you think that you now, as an individual, you be recruited in the army immediately after a few months training? That is non-training. They will send you to go and fight. They will use you as pepper soup. That is what they are doing. So people should run away from Nigeria. People should desert. I don't know, what are you doing in the Nigerian military? If they run away, because you will die. That is, there is no two ways about it. They will go and give you AK-47 that does not function. That does not function well. As they say, some of the equipments they give to them, some of the weapons they give to them have been 50 years. So if you shoot for 1 minute, you hot and it will stop, it will malfunction. They issue brand new weapons to Boko Haram and ISIS and all of them to come and to kill you. So what are you serving Nigeria? Nigeria is a no man's land. Let Britain bring their soldiers to come and fight Boko Haram. Why do you think that they don't attack bandits? Any time there are people going on the road in thousands with motorbikes mostly. Is it not just go to YouTube and be watching how Burkina Faso Traore is fighting the same bandits the same terrorists you are calling bandits in Nigeria? It's the same thing. They are the same people. What France used to do to give them information, they allow them to be operating the same way they allow them to operate in Nigeria. Anytime they are passing any road, they will radio the whole military, don't do anything. You have seen them on social media several times. Nigerian military will be radioing, talking to those on the road, say, commanders, don't shoot. These are our people are going through. These are terrorists passing through thousands. So why will you be victim? We are trying to save every other non-Fulani indigenous people, but because of the hatred being perpetrated or manipulated or being programmed in their head, the hatred to hate Igbos, it blinds them to the reality of what is happening, and that's why they are killing them. But we are warning our people: do not recruit or do not get recruited to the Nigerian army. Do not allow yourself. You will die. You will be killed. You will think that if they recruit you as a Biafran, after training you, they allow you to be on the road collecting money. No. Immediately, they will transfer you to the north to be slaughtered. And you die for nothing. Yeah, if you have a wife and children, they lose everything because they will not be paid nothing. That is the worst part of it. Have you seen the military widows? They are suffering nothing. The high-ranking officers, they will collect their remunerations, their gratuities, and eat them. These people will be suffering. So why are you going to die for an entity, a country that is so hateful of you, so evil, so wicked? Why? Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have callers already lining up. Let me start with Mazi. Can you hear me, please? You are the first caller. Mazi, are you there?
Mazi, are you talking to me?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, my big brother Mazi Jonathan, I salute your courage. I salute the good job that you are doing for Biafrans. I say all I pray for you guys in the broadcasting. I mean, okay, give you good health, and then we must continue pushing until we wake the drying bone on the grave. They must be waked up. Mazi, this your brother will be calling from UK at the moment, and I salute Onyendu. I said, despite anything, he still wants to stay stronger. And I use this opportunity to greet Lola and the kids and the DOS and HODOS. Those of you in the leadership, my happiness today that when I remember that you people are still there, and I have the courage and I have the strength to keep pushing. Because when you look at things that is happening now, imagine that you guys are not there by this time. Imagine. Do you know what you could have would have done? You could have been a disaster by now. But Okike said that we were here. Mazi said that we were here before they come, and we were going to be here, and they will vanish. Are they not vanishing now? They are vanishing slowly. They must fizzle away. In any way, I get shut us now. Mazi said that yes, but Mazi, like as you said, they say our people are not addressed. You know, I wish our people are addressed. We wouldn't have been, our people have read our people. Our people are beginning to address it. When you tell them something, here, our people need to catch propaganda in this world. You got somebody. Yeah? Ona akoheri. Ina ajo ebe kishi mote you na correct here in Chicago. Sorry to say this, but always joke. You know here we speak the truth. Ina correct your brother. No. But our people does not address. Our people are not address. They don't our people all one way. Mazi Lion Man one day in a broadcast here. Or see that na or see that do you know that Ndibo the most useless ethnic group in Africa? Oh, put that in. Ma, but enjoy your one button. I pusa chair shine na yoku we joke. Mazi said Abba get joku. Peten Abra get joku. Or see, ya got somebody the thing. The person enjoy why or narratives or certain things. Now, one of his programs, yes, because you watch our people. From our people, our people are not addressed. Our people does not ask themselves a question. Why Madi Geja Sigi one negi? Why? Madi Geja Potasigi Jebu one negi? One leg, Jebu one negi. Gibucha one negi, those people delegi Jebu one negi. Or how I got happy gay nega. They can never allow you to stay. Because go on share her only that na Ndibo like Gonya get Jindibo wishing Obasanjo confess open confess what you to piano. Nya Jindibo. I want ya na today. Oh, and then na hotel like this. On Abomanyamri. On see. So our people with this mind, give one negi. Somebody in somewhere digi, Jebobu one negi. Eba Kamina make a neck. Amamebo ebe kemnariam can you come with our freedom. I can with our freedom. But to go there, say, in a dress, force. Ebuli apple, gina. Mazi, there is something I saw. I know that there is a lot of things. Everybody can manufacture AI. And we kill AI now. Raw somebody now. Gina say, or one year, or 1 year, dear. I'm not talking about AI. Any type of technology now, I just get you could say. I want to hear him. Mazitina Sanworu post. I think some of us are hungry those things. Send Mazitonata, you be able to send the confirm one of this thing. Can be sure because now somebody will impersonate Mazitina Sanworu and anything not possible. Not possible now. Then later, before Arika Oshimi before you know it, Mazitina Sanworu will confirm those things. She say, okay, yes. All we dress, yeah, post quality, here back, yes. Bakwa that this leadership are na atwash. I see where they distribute it. Always dress. Or what you know only from mother brage. Because all we have when I see some of our people, call radio see that na 2nd December na ga enwe Biafra. Hey, abatonjo ya wuzuo ma ho. 2nd December na ga enwe Biafra. See awuni Igbo na-ekwu here. I have a lot, but to be honest, I'm for many things. But thank you for giving me this little opportunity.
We must continue. That is it. Let me see who is here first. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on Signal, please hold on. Caller on WhatsApp is there a few minutes before you. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Onye na-akpọ na WhatsApp, ị na-anụ ihe m na-ekwu? There, please go on.
Okay. Mazi Jonathan, good evening, and good evening to all Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Chukwudi. I am calling from Italy. Your program this evening is very wonderful, and you touch a lot of things. And I am also a hardened listener of your program. And you always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
Always mention Fulani, that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been stood since 1904.
I say admire them and we should learn from them. Yes.
just mentioned Fulani that you recommend them, you give them accolades the way they have been
No,
stood
I
since
admire them. I
1904.
say admire them, and we should learn from them.
Oh,
Yes,
give them accolades the way they have been
no,
stood
I
since
admire them. I
1904.
say admire them, and we should learn from them.
Oh,
Yes,
give them accolades the way they have been
no,
stood
I
since
admire them. I
1904.
say admire them, and we should learn from them.
Oh,
Yes,
give them accolades the way they have been
no,
stood
I
since
admire them. I
1904.
say admire them, and we should learn from them.
Oh,
Yes, Mazi, sorry, please. I don't know. I have some. I think it's from internet problems. I don't know. It's from here. It's from this side. I discovered it. So, sorry for the perturbation. I don't know what happened, but the thing just cut and come back. The Wi-Fi. But we must continue, please. That is what happened. So I have somebody calling. I hope my voice is coming out. Is it coming out? I don't know. Let me see whether my voice is still coming out. Yes, my voice is coming out. So I had somebody. I couldn't even detect his number, so that I bring him back, our brother. But I have somebody online already. Caller on what's up? No, Signal, sorry. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me?
It's 2021.
Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Let me see. Why? Mazi, can you hear me? Caller on Signal. Can you hear me?
Out.
Go on.
All right, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Why?
My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine, calling from his location. Mazi, your topic this night. Yes, I know that the zoo government are trying to our. Mazi, we must. About what happened to the Nigeria government with a end bad government or end bad governance. Mazi, is not that these people know that these people are. It's not that the northern elders have known that the people that they hold is a kids. But before, during the time of election, they will use these children to, rig election in the zoo, which they are always do. Then we gather this. Then we gather these young, small children to rig election. But now they are start crying that these people are children. Mass, we can never fall to their cheap, what am I going to call it? Their cheap game. We can never fall into that. We can never fall into their traps. Mazi, to tell the facts, whether they like it or not, we must continue, and the consistency is the key. Consistency is the key, and we must never give up or backslide to anything. Mazi, whether they like it or not, I don't know why our people always have a kind of a, I don't know whether I may call it that our people don't have a brain. How can somebody tell you that he's going to declare Biafra on the 2nd of December and our people just abide in that trash? I don't know, because that's what happened during the time they brought this religion to our forefathers. Our people failed to ask questions when they brought this religion. Our forefathers accepted religion without asking questions. But in our own case, we start asking questions in this present time. Mass then trying to tag us as Antichrist. But we never send anybody. And that is why we are doing what we are doing. We are fighting to liberate our people. We are fighting to save our people, because most of our people don't know where they are going. Most of our people don't know what is waiting for them. Thank God for our leader Mazi Nnamdi and the IPOB who God have sent to liberate our people. Mazi, we can never fear any beggar. Mazi, we are on ground. Biafra must be restored. As I'm speaking with you, our people have open eyes. See, Mazi, let me tell you the part. When they promise our people that manna will fall from heaven, everything will fall from heaven, and our people sheepishly, without asking questions, how can manna fall from heaven? Whereby the same Bible that we are reading told you that any hand that refuses to walk, also let that hand refuse to eat. Our people do not ask that question, and that is why they are taking our resources to their land, and that is why, if you ask me, I will tell you that our land is that heifer that they describe is our land. Why Europe is heaven. Most of our people don't know the division of hellfire and the division of heaven, and that is why sometimes they thought that everything will just come just like that, in a platter of gold and silver. Then we start eating, knowing that you must walk before you eat. In other words, our people say that aka aja aja butere ọnụ mmanụ mmanụ, and that is why we stand, and that is why we are doing what we are doing to serve our people, and that is why we are suffering. We are being killed, we are being imprisoned. Our leader is in detention for our people to be saved, to our people to have a surname, and most of our people did not know what is going on. Mazi, we must continue. We can never give up, whether they like it or not. Our people said one thing which I can never forget. He said that time shall come that our people will dream, and our people will say that we should not leave them. Our people will dream that we will remain forever. But it will not be possible, because we are now to do our work to make sure that our people are being saved. Time shall come that then we dream that we will continue forever, which our leader have said it, and it's going to come to pass, because what our leader have said have come to pass. All the prophecies that our leader spoke have come to pass, and that is why we must continue to tell our people the good news and the truth about this struggle. Sometimes I don't know how our people come to reasoning. Somebody told you that is going to launch whatever, and you are abiding on that. In fact, without IPOB, by now, Mazi, Fulani will start marrying our people. But I thank God that the IPOB exists, and the leadership is doing the needful. And that is why we that is on ground, we must accomplish and do the work needful and clear, without any apology to anybody. Mass leadership, may God bless them, because they are doing the what our leader signed to them to do. And that is why I can never be afraid. Mazi, I will call this radio anywhere that I am. Mazi, yes, I will die or I will go to prison in this struggle. But nevertheless, we must continue. Whether they like it or not, Biafra must come. Whether they like it or not. And we must do the needful. Mazi, may God bless you. No going back on this
Of
struggle
course.
until we
We
achieve
have no
our
back to
aim.
go to.
Whether they like it or not, the zoo must fall.
Of course.
Then like it or not, the zoo must fall. We must take our destiny into our hands. Mazi, may God bless you. Let me sign up from here. Thank you.
Mazi. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp. Was it WhatsApp or Signal? Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? There, Mazi, go on, please.
Sorry for the problem, internet problem.
Yes, sorry. Okay, Mazi, you were the one
I
on
was
line
saying,
before.
my
Sorry,
name
it's
is
from my
Chukodi. I'm
side. Don't
calling
worry,
from
it's from
Italy.
my
What I
side.
was saying about what you said, that you admired Fulani, which is true, because since you have been preaching it and all this one, I've been following up also. Even from our childhood, we have seen them all the time. They were with their radio. For the present situation of Igbos in Nigeria today, and which each and every one of us are going through it and are also seeing it. Can you believe that up to today we are still begging some of our brothers to be listening to Radio Biafra? Because this Radio Biafra, this Radio Biafra is only the place you will hear the truth that can keep you alive and also make you to see what your people are going through. But some of our people, I don't understand. But all the same, God bless IPOB and bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for coming for a time like this. Because if not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB, look at what is happening in our place. All our prominent politicians, they are dragging who will sell our land, who will sell Igbos in general. So the question I want to ask you and also the people who are listening tonight, how many Fulanis are the diplomats, or how many Fulani are the degree holders in the world today? But Igbos are everywhere, holding degree. And that's why you say you admire them. And I completely agree with you. Because of what? Anybody who can have the confidence to stop a moving train, do you think it's easy? They obey to the core. And which most we have to humble ourselves to obey this leadership, because this leadership we have today, the structure of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in place, is what the Britain are using to deal with us. If you cannot obey ourselves, and we are in other places and obeying their laws and orders, do you think we want to exist if you cannot obey ourselves? So that is one thing. And another one again is that what you said about Britain, how trickish they are, and the if there is evil in this world, Britain are evil. They are evil to the core. Because of what? You see Britain now, they have a referendum in EU now. They go to their place and they are living in their place. You see that what do you call it? They are making that they are gods, and whoever they decide they will live will live. Look at the jellycake for a month in the UK today because of organ harvesting. But Brigade is in our place, harvesting organ, even to you more worse than that. They don't care. They don't give a damn. Even Americans, they know what they are doing to our people. The only thing I will beg my people is that we all have to rally around and help ourselves and save ourselves. That's the only solution and the only option. We have to know the situation we are into. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Biafran. Thank you.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. There were. I will go to caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Mazi Keroreke, just hold on. I'll come to you people. Caller on Signal, please go on. Can you hear me? Mazi Emi Chris, I think. There were Mazi.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi. I thank you for your program. Not only to thank you, we should continue doing what we are doing. Everything you have said here, last time you made a program here, you said that you talk that somebody will come contrary to what you have said. Believe me, why many people are not coming contrary to what you say most time is that what you said on your program or what we IPOB are doing is correct. Unless some of our people that have maybe sentiment of their belief, this rubbish belief, I thank God that I told Chukwu Kikabam that I am well fortified from onset of my life. You don't tell me something, I just believe you. Anything you tell me, I will first of all think of the negative of that thing. Let me just tell one story that happened to me. This was 1999, around 99 2000. I was in a bus from Owerri to Onitsha. Bus coming from Owerri to Onitsha. And a woman was narrating what her neighbor or her step sister, step sister or stepmother did to her. Oh, she speak all this and everybody and why you can join? I was listening to this woman and I didn't say anything. Everybody, I was listening to everybody inside that bus. They were talking. Everybody said, hi, now why you can work with woman. Do you know what I said? I asked the woman. I said, Madam, I heard what you have said here, everything you have said here. This man did this, but you never say one thing that he did to that woman. Tell us what you did to that woman. Everybody becomes shocked. So this is the kind of person I am from all sides. So I don't take people. Problem we have is that this generation we are, and even those that came before us, I blame those that came before us. Those of our the age of P2B and all the rest of them. Some of them that dabble into religion, some of them that dabble into the politics without understanding the politics of the world or even the Nigerian politics. They go into the politics without understanding anything. And they just like guys, if I thank Chukwu Kikabia for the coming of Mazi Nnamdi, they just pick us like goat. We just follow them swimming into a river. We don't know how it started. That is exactly what is happening to us. Our people, if you watch our people this generation, when you want to talk to any, like what our brother said now, he said that we find difficult to tell our people, to convince our people to listen to Radio Biafra. You know, the one thing that annoys me about our people is that somebody will come and ask you something about Biafra. As I was a former coordinator, some people call me and ask me, or they come to me and they ask me something. But when you tell them, say, go and listen to Radio Biafra, go someplace and listen. Okay. He will never go there and listen. He will continue get answer from you or around. That's what they have been tricked by somebody who doesn't know anything about IPOB, tricking them. So I don't know what do we do to bring back our people to the level of reasoning. This preaching is a big one, but how many of them are listening to what we are saying? Those people, and you see the people that are doing the worst. They ask how go to primary, go to secondary school and university, Geobre certificate. These are the worst people among us. The day I talk to him, about the young man within the literature, shy one or heck. So these are the things we are just seeing that what our brother said. So and they will find a way to make sure that what I believe that this is the time that's what I believe. We have to agree for some people to agree because why you got force somebody mother got on him on the whole day or good newspaper. He didn't listen to newspaper, he didn't read newspaper, he didn't do anything. He didn't listen to any news or even listen to the wrong one. He didn't. Get the Radio Biafra. No. He only issue for 6 months. So he didn't know. How could such a thing be happening? So anytime you tell him, you know how we follow the Facebook, Facebook, because our people like Reban and Waves. And that is what annoys me about our people. So what you have said, what you always say here, to me, it is in line of what we are talking about. The British, their criminality and everything, they deceive everybody. And before they come to deceive you, they will just first of all invent something. Just like Ebola. Ebola they invented in Africa. They came to seek, we are seeking for their help. They also created COVID now. And we are seeking for their help for that during that time. They are giving Nigerians an African situation for the COVID they created. This is exactly what you say. It's only somebody who doesn't have sense will argue what you are saying. Because what you are saying is correct. They invent something, cause problem, and actually make you to seek for their help. They create war in Africa and give you gun to help you. Who is cheating who? They create war in all the whole war. There was a time they stopped UN this armored tank in one country in Africa. There's gold. The thing just fall. There's a lot of gold inside. They come and create chaos in your country, and they somehow run back again, meet some people to come and tell you. They will not come direct. They go one corner again, ask people to come and advise you. Then you seek for maybe gun. You seek for help from them. They are coming to help you, taking money from you. Exactly what they're doing to Nigeria. Nigeria supply crude oil, and they refine the oil, they bring it for them, they buy. That's exactly what is happening. It's only a blind man or somebody who doesn't listen who will argue what they're saying. So sometimes, if you say something, people doesn't argue, don't take it that everybody agree. Yes, what you're saying is correct. Unless those that are outside IPOB have not been listening to Radio Biafra for a very long time. Thank you, Mazi. Let me keep it down. God bless you.
Well, there were Mazi. There were. We must continue. I'm now joined by Mazi, okay, with our reporter, please. Mazi, okay, can you hear me? Mazi, okay, are you there? Can you hear me now? The whole world is hearing you. Let me see. Mazi, okay, can you hear me?
And our Lord, we appreciate you, Kanu. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Mazi, you're not hearing me.
Okay, go on. I'm now, it's okay now.
Yeah, like I said, we have to appreciate our Lord, Kanu. He's head of director at Men's Machika, Edozim, and all his people that they wonderfully well. Men and women of all radicals all over the world, grieving to all of you from my end here. Mazi Jonathan will continue to expose the atrocities mainly in Imo State, and every move, every proclaim movement that hope was on the is doing. This is my concern because Mazi only there now walking at that okay, and on the mom and we will continue to expose hope was on the and everything in Imo State, and even the plan he has in another 10 days, we have it in our hand. Although that there, I can buy us when we are our one where if one is next on the ball on again, our intel, our nuclear meter verified is on him. My beloved brother from Alibo, Biafra, Alimo. Let us make it very big. Let us give the report and get away. Because I can will say we'll continue to report our people. But on your team, my Jana Madaganiso. Yes or Nana. Welcome.
All right, sir. Mazi, from here. Good morning, afternoon, good evening. Mazi Jonathan Odo, you are doing wonderfully well. First of all, let me appreciate our leader, Mazi Nando Kanu. Also our Lord Luche Kanu. Our dear president, we remember Mazi and other DOS members working assiduously to make sure that we restore Biafra on time. Not forgetting the genuine all IPOB members all over the world. My regards and namaste to all of you. Mazi, I remember watching it from Imo State. Mazi, first of all, let me go straight to the issue of Ohaneze Nnamdi. You know, since the Iwanya want to use our leader to make politics, what normally killing him, and he has been buried. And the criminal in Imo State, the Supreme Court governor,
visited that day. The reason why he visited that day is to make sure that he now told them that he is now going to pick another person that will represent Ohanes and Igbo for the remaining 2 months, only 2 months that left for the Imo people to complete their 4-year term. Then another state will now take over. He now said that he will bring out somebody that will serve them for the remaining 2 weeks. But he said no, that it must be him that will bring out somebody that will represent Ohanese. That is to tell you that nothing good will come out of Ohanese people, because that area is being masterminded and controlled by the federal government and the Fulani Caliphate. Represent only for the interest of the Fulanis, and even though they are killing their brothers and sisters, they won't come out to talk and they won't say anything. That is the kind of elders and the kind of traditional rulers or whatever that we have in our land. Shame on to them. Mazi, since over 3 months and now, the Supreme Court Governor Kanu Opozorema is not here in Imo State. Now, people have been wondering where he might be. As at the end of the day, after he have invested huge money in Tanzania for the and the huge money in South Africa, he now channeled the rest of the money in Egypt. That is where he is right now. He visited that day of the burial of Iwanyamu. He went back to Egypt. That is where he is now investing on them, then planning how to bring missionaries that will come and slaughter our people more and more. Buy weapons and to bring more missionaries and maybe more juju powers, because right now he's not longer in a good time with the Creek, the Creek after the Popo. He is now, in fact, all of the boys that started brought here in Imo State, all of them have taken back to protect River State because of what is happening in River State. So he's no longer safe in Imo State and he's no longer safe. He now went to Egypt to invest the money there, invest Imo money there, and then to bring missionaries and the more spiritual powers, thinking that it will save him. He cannot be safe. After wasting innocent blood, innocent soul, rendering Imo State useless, the workers cannot be paid. Even he is not interested in admission in Imo State University, in the College of Education, Omago, and the Federal Polytechnic. He now has interest because they siphon and they stole money from our people. Those people for admission. If you didn't bring the money, they cannot give you admission. Mazi, that is what is happening. It's what is happening in Imo State now. I don't know if you have a question, Mazi.
No, not really, not really. You know what is happening?
Mazi, we don't have anything.
I don't have any question. It's a report. We see.
There were thinking.
There were Mazi. There were.
All right.
There were. Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, okay. Thank you. We must continue. And our brother Maz Nonsonkwa, people should never sweep his case under the carpet. Sorry, any person that is calling, I will no longer pick calls, please. You know, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we are on our own. I don't know whether people understand what this thing means. It is only us that can rescue us from the mess we are in. The people we call our political representatives, they are not representing anybody. They are representing themselves. The worst thing that happened to us is from 1970 to today. That is the worst thing. When, political leaders were imposed on us till today. The people that are in our high-ranking political echelon, they are imposed to us by foreigners, by the caliphate. Any person that is trying to represent at least some of our even interests as a people. He will not be there. Look at Emeki Hedio. Do you think at all? You know, we have forgotten. The type of people we are, we have short memory. That is the worst, the saddest part of it. And that is one of the worrisome part of our behavior. We have short memories. I'm telling you. It's very bad. We have forgotten when Emeki Hedio was there, and all of a sudden, after 7 or 8 months, he was removed by Nigerian Supreme Court judge, who is the CJN now. Is it? Let me just. She's the head Kekere. Yes, Erun Kekere. Have we forgotten? And we continue behaving. Our people continue behaving as if everything is normal. We have short memories. That is the saddest part of it. It is only animals, lower animals like dogs, cats, chickens that have very short memories. Let us understand the dangers we are in. And let us not forget things so easily. Because this forgetfulness, or now leave it, that is where I also come back to the religion we are in. Do you see anybody that doesn't understand the damage caused to us by this religion we are in is lying to himself or herself? Do you know why I say so? You know what is called pacification? Pacification. Now leave it like that, leave it for God. Now forget the past, let us move. Now Jehovah ways everything we no problem. These are very wrong mantras. Progressive people should not be using this type of mantras. Never. The former governor of Kaduna State, he told the whole world that Fulanis, they don't forget. They can pretend to forget, but they will bring the fight back. They will never forget. Even if it is more than 100 years, they must surely venge. That is how human beings should act. And that is how Europeans behave. They never forget. Do you know the main reason they turned Somalia into what it is today, a failed state? Somalia helped many other African countries to fight for independence. Somalia was a country with a huge army, very big professional army, military, that it goes to other places and other countries, like I think Uganda and other places, in order to fight to ward off Europeans from their land, help them. They keep records, white people. Europeans